Three stocks that are prime option plays going into Tuesday, March 31st, 2026. First play I'm looking at is strategy. So with strategy, when you look above me, again, right now in the overnight market's around this 124.90, but at close, we see it at this 120.144. And just over the last couple of days, we've seen it bounce between this 139 and this 118. So what I'm looking at and I'm watching is this transparent, as you see this translucent, whatever, bearish trend that we see outside. It just broke outside of the bullish trend, and now we're seeing it confirm this bearish trend. So the 50 and the 20 MA are underneath the 200 MA, and that's also giving us a good idea that it's going to continue down this bearish trend. So, but I'm actually watching the bottom of this trend now. So at the bottom of this trend, we see this line right here. So what we're going to do is we're not going to expect it to break through all the way down, but we're going to play it right at the bottom of this trend that it's touched multiple times, and that's that 104. So if it confirms through this 118, and obviously with the fact that Bitcoin's price is down 41% since last September, and also Michael Saylor and Strategy did not actually purchase more Bitcoin this weekend. They actually stopped, which is also another bearish trend for us, a bearish mark, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to be playing down to that 104. So we're looking at a put with the 126 put with the 417 expiration date and a 1090 premium. Again, we're a little bit in the money here, but that's only because we want to play with the volatility just in case there's a little spike, good news from the war, whatever. We can still ride through that volatility because we're in the money. Then the next play I'm looking at is Tesla. Now Tesla, again, the overnight market, they're sitting at this 359.90 area, but they did close, if you look at the chart behind me, at 355. So that's at the bottom of the box. And if you watch my other videos, I did say really up here, it's going to fall through. If it breaks through this price at 392, it'll fall to this 356, and it did exactly that. So if you played it, you made some good money. But right now we're looking, if it falls underneath this 350, it can fall to this 344. And if it falls through that, it should be able to fall down to 332. So what we'll be watching is going into April 29th earnings. That's what we're watching. April 28th, sorry, that's the earnings. But we're not going to play that long, but what we're looking for is to see more price action on this bearish trend down into the lower half of this trend that it's had over the past couple of years. So we're looking at more of a 370 put, 417 expiration, and a 2210 premium. Again, a little bit in the money because we want to allow some volatility because there's a lot of external factors that go into how the market's moving, but it still should go down because that's where all the technicals are moving. The last play we're looking at is Oklo, and it's going to be quickly, but guys, I've been talking about Oklo for a while, since February, and as you know, I talked about how it's going to go down to this price zone, and it has. It's been since I talked about it when it was in 70 price. Now it's on its way down to 39, and I think it's still hit. So on the weekly chart, we'll see that it's actually at the 200 MA is at 38, but what I'm looking at more is on the day chart. What we're seeing is if it does fall under this 44.65, it should go down to 39.45. If it falls under that, it should go into the middle.